Good evening. It looks like part of my camera is blocked. All right, that's better. The rain has just started coming down. Hello, everybody. It is me. It is I. And you, Kendra. And Tina. And Bella. And Top Cat. Cemetery Ridge. The Explorers raining down there. Hello, in Florida. April, Haywood, Sam, Sawyer, Romeo's Lover. Nermal, Robin, Neil Dawson, Little Squash, Top Cat, Crystal, Mitchell, Jimmy, Fat Daddy. To anybody who's written about t-shirts, we haven't even took a breath, but we will get back to you on t-shirts. So if you send an email, give us a little bit of time. We have to actually get an inventory, see what we have, so we can tell you what we have to offer. So, it's not a lot. I think we have maybe 30 shirts left. That's about it. These are very heavy, very heavy. So they're not the kind of thing that you'd probably want to wear when it's hot, but you'd love to wear them in the cooler time of year. So we have a thunderstorm watch in this area. Water is starting to now hit Rick's feet. Rick retreats. He's not coming in. All right. There's my mother. Come on out, Mom.
Hi, Dad.
Everybody, welcome, Jess, to the program. Justine, Sarah, hello, everybody.
Hello. Everybody is hello.
Mom's, yes, she's 90, going on 100. Just got her hair done today. Get a duck a little bit, get a full view. There you go. Bo's getting wet. Come here, Bo. So, it's cocktail time, everybody. Cheers. Yes, my mom is beautiful. Thank you for the compliments. From over there, and salute. Mom's looking good, says Jimmy. She's single. You'd have to be super, super good to get her eye. My father was pretty amazing. But thank you all for the greetings to her, and my greetings back to all of you. It's like raining cats and dogs. Here is Dolline joining the room.
Let me get the gift from Susan. Can you show that?
Sure, you could. So I got a gift today from a friend. She brought it to help inspire me if I couldn't get off my back. So you'll see in a second. It's pretty funny. Well, thank you from Brit in Indonesia for following up on the tip for ADR, but thank you very much. I think it was a typo.
What?
We got a person who just discovered us in Indonesia.
Wow.
Yes.
You sure it wasn't Indiana?
No? So now we're going further up into Asia. We have Australia, New Zealand, Indonesia, you know, Philippines. I know I've gotten Philippines already, so just a matter of time until we're in Vietnam. So, this is called the Get Up and Go set. Help encourage you to get up and go. You get some prunes. You got a nice mug, coffee. Coffee does help to stimulate your bowels. So here you are. This is exactly what I needed to get up and go. And it's Taster's Choice. America loves Taster's Choice. I love the mug though. I know it's blowing this way. You gotta come there. So I was told I probably wouldn't be able to do any of this outside. And I saw which way the wind was coming. I thought, well, only chance we have is here in front of the door. So here we are. Oh, thank you, DJ Infinity. He's here in the room. Oh, I haven't seen that yet. And I'm a little sad because I thought I was going to be able to put that out. It was actually footage I was supposed to work with, but Dan jumped the gun and he ran with the footage himself, so at least it got out. It wasn't my footage in the first place. The point is, Brennan has a lot of footage from the same place, and I have very little. So, I have a little video coming out this evening. It's a little travel log of us going through West Virginia after the Mothman Festival, so stay tuned later.
What's with the ear, somebody asked?
Oh, maybe I can take this off now.
I hope it doesn't bleed.
This might bleed on live. If it starts to bleed, let me know. I cut my edge of my ear when I was shaving. Not a piercing. I just nicked it with a razor. The other video, it's ready. I was going to try to put it up and then I couldn't find it. I think I saved it in a folder I wasn't intending to put it in. And when I went to upload it onto YouTube, well, I would have been delayed coming out here. So it's better that I'm here now. And then after we're done tonight with this live, I'll be posting that. So look up for something to look at around 8:30, 9 o'clock, and then you'll see there's a new video to watch.
10 or 11.
No, it is not. It'll be 10 or 11. I'll be done here about 7:30, and then I'll go get it done. Yes, we're done with Blowfly Girl. We did it last night in a podcast. I'm not sure if Dan already put it up. This was Blowfly Girl with the deer. That's enough.
Yeah.
We are done. Blowfly Girl is no more. How did people like Blowfly Girl episode 1? I know Jen really thought it was great, and she voted against us doing the second part. Didn't you, Jen? One of 3 people who voted against, and we had 15 for.
I would have been.
Well,
I'm against that.
all right, so say we had 5 people against. 15 were for. And see, this is how it goes in an election. If you don't vote, no, I'm going to go. It's a perfect example. There might have been more people who did not want to see that Blowfly story or hear it, but they did not vote. And if you don't vote, you're not counted, and your opinion means nothing if you don't vote. So vote in November. I don't care who you vote for, but you got to vote. Take a little responsibility for your opinion and put it down in a vote. I want to thank Crystal Roderick and thank you for greeting me from New Bedford. New Bedford, not Bedford, Bedford. And I guess that's Massachusetts. Thank you.
Don't be picking your nose.
I want the guy who wears the boot on his head. Well, the June vote around here was local politics in Maryland. And all over the country, there are different elections, different times for the primaries still. You know, the primaries are when, you know, you get to choose the candidate, and the, you know, Democrats haven't finished their primary. Nobody really against President Trump and the Republican Party, but there might be some other people independent that come up, and you'll see in November. Bo is right here.
Right next to me.
Well, my thumb is right in the way of it. Okay, there you go.
See how he's groomed?
He's very beautiful now. So I've never used this camera to do this, and I see that the camera position is right there. So, and it has a dark spot in the screen because of this holder. All right, so I have a couple of thank yous to do here. Criven, thank you, man. Yo, Ricky says, yo, Criven. Criven is that deranged person who ever let us know about blowfly stories. So say thanks to Criven for pointing it out to Dan Bell. Okay, I want you to thank him very much.
And Kayla Stevens.
And yes, and Kayla Stevens, have a good weekend, Rick. I live in Charlotte. I would love to have drinks with you and your wife one day. Oh, I mean, oh, that's great. Well, you know, if we could get past COVID and have some kind of a meet and greet, we talked about that. So it's not impossible. And if not up here in Maryland, if it's better in the fall, down in Florida when we return to Florida. But I definitely would love to get a chance to meet with fans who would love to come and travel to give me some time and hang out with other fans and enjoy each other's company.
Run! Go melt!
That's my wife yelling at my daughter as she's running in the rain to get in her car. So in Florida, I live over in the Tampa region, actually closer to Clearwater. And there's tremendous parks out there. So I could get a pavilion very easily from, you know, as a citizen down there. And people would just have to, you know where to go. Public parking. There might be a per car fee for parking. Depends on the park. Sometimes it's totally free. Sometimes it's a couple dollars an hour, but
$2 an hour.
$2 an hour at the most. I mean, it could be at the beach.
Destiny Glenn's painting your room.
Aw. I love painting, don't I, hon?
Who does the majority of the painting around here?
Schmovin. Schmovid, schmovid, schmovid. Now, what's that supposed to do? I actually, believe it or not, these recordings, these broadcasts have been deemed as worthy for advertisement per YouTube, amazingly. Part of it is I'm not dropping, lots of cuss words and such. I slip here and there. And also, I stay away from playing music that would get me the trademark infringement problem because of copyrighted music. So just basically not being too crude and trying to be more funny works for me. And I'm glad that I'm doing it because I know that it works for a lot of you. And it brings you a little break, some solace, connection with other people. Because we're largely staying at home too, even if we can move a little more than other of you. We still can't do whatever we want. And I don't know when we ever will. Now the talk is that there may be a very quick reality in a vaccination. And yesterday, Dan floors me again with another comment on a podcast when I find things out. That he is banking money now to fund ADR in Las Vegas, as we've wanted to do for 2 years now.
Read Neil Dawson.
So, and he's telling me I'm going to have to get a flu shot.
Who's telling you have to give a flu shot?
I mean, not flu shot, that if I get that vaccine comes in, I'm going to have to get the vaccine.
From who?
Whoever you can get it from.
No,
so
who said it?
Dan.
Oh, he's really terrible.
He's like, we all have to get the vaccine to go to Las Vegas to do that shoot.
Neil Dawson, do you see it?
All right, so
616.
I see it.
Okay.
So Maryland is a trip right now, Rick. I saw a naked man in a purple coat and necklaces dancing in the street here down the road with a big speaker singing like Michael Jackson. What part of Maryland are you talking about, Neil? I should run there and get some video. Oh my God. It sounds a lot like this guy who Dan made famous for a little while.
Say hello to Bounce Off. You're not answering their questions. Or we'll
Hello,
send them.
Bounce Off?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Give me a question Bounce Off hasn't gotten answered because I've been. Thank you again, DJ Infinity. Will protests increase corona
Possibly.
and police brutality?
No.
I don't know. I'd hope
Brutality
that
are two separate things.
I'd hope there was no relation between the two. But the lady or the person that you're talking about, read me a couple of comments so I
I
can.
haven't seen it.
Well, the person you just said, say something to so and so, and I
Yes.
bounce off.
But I
How
haven't seen any
difficult is
questions.
it become? Oh, okay. She wants it. He is it a he or a she? I'm sorry, I can't tell. But you have to have a place of residence. You have to take your birth certificate, your current legal ID. We had passports. You have to show proof of residency somehow. Well, we had proof. We were actually on the deed and the documentation for the home. My mother has already done that so that it's there for us when her time comes to go
Bounce Off
up.
at 618. The haunted stuff, I really put any type of commentary on it.
From me, as far as my perspective, I believe that there's something going on. There's more to life than when we're living it.
Finders Beepers, History Seekers is on.
Hey,
Sue.
Sue, how you doing, Sue? Monday, I am going to be on findersbeepers.co.uk. You should go join their Patreon account. Subscribe, support them. They have great fun, similar to what I'm doing, and in their own way, very unique. And Urbex videos that are very funny and interesting at the same time. So it's the UK's version of a little bit of Dan Bell, Rick Serra, and Urbex and ghost hunting. So you should check them out. And we're honored to have Sue, who's like the brains behind the operation, here in the room with us. So thank you, Sue. And hello to your family, your dog, your cat.
Western Canada, Purple Cow.
Wow, thank you.
LPC. Fun to see you both intelligent and goofy.
Oh, the recent video? No, ma'am, I was in the house when this occurred.
Oh yeah, was it staged?
Nothing-
Nothing you guys do is
Nothing,
staged.
no, it was not staged. We had real responses. That was one of the most amazing experiences we never thought would happen. I mean, we just were in an old empty house.
Dan would debunk if he possibly could.
Dan actually saw stuff, and so did Brennan, that I did not see, some kind of a shadow person. And then we were getting electronic responses and equipment, seemingly in response to questions as we're asking them. Very specific things after a while, using kind of yes or no to get the direction of the answers beyond that, was real. And I'm only jealous because I was supposed to be able to put that up, and there's footage that Brennan has as well. I was going to try to put it all together, and Brennan's footage is still in with Brennan. So
Look at Jenny Diver at 6:20.
anybody who loves Brennan and
Yay, Brennan!
Uncharted Travel, Brennan Evo, you should tell him to put out his piece. Thank you, Jen, for your happy Friday and love to everybody and to us. Thank you.
I know this was forever ago. What ended up happening to the drug identification test that almost blew up? It was one that you had to throw out the window.
Oh, that was because people don't listen to me.
Well, that was at 6:20, if you want to read it. Jenny Diver.
Yeah, what happened, Jenny, is that I told them, that this stuff is very caustic or acidic, and, you got to watch what you put it against. And Dan got crazy with the stuff, and he ended up splattering it around. He got it on his hands. Others got it on their hands, and it hit Jake's shorts and ruined his shorts. Oh, no.
Is it bleeding? It's all right, but I think you really cut through that damn ear. It's all right. Don't touch it.
I need stitches.
How long have you been shaving?
Is there a doctor in the house?
How long have you been shaving?
Too long, since I was 15. Thought it was cool when I was 15. I could actually have to shave because I'll have hair grow and have a little beard and mustache. I had a couple of them early.
I was married
Yeah.
when you were 15.
Yeah, it was nasty, 4468, but who do we appreciate? Rick's ear. Rick's ear. Rick's ear!
DJ Affinity, yes, I've had some paranormal experiences.
Did Dolline ever have any experiences? Yes, with us. The shower. 2 times with a shower. She attracts water. Apparently one time, it was actually a year ago. Tomorrow.
Yes.
A year ago tomorrow.
The reason we know it was the morning after June.
Morning
passed.
after my sister died, and my sister died a year ago
Today.
tonight
Yeah.
at like 10:30 p.m. I can't believe it's been a year already. Thank you, Arcel.
Her ashes were delivered today.
We just got her remains today. she had never made any arrangement for returning the remains, but they hadn't thrown them away, so my mother requested them, and they sent them to her. Thank you, Criven. June was a great person. As she got older, she got to be a little cantankerous and difficult to deal with, but it was because she was alone. I really think that.
Well, tell about the shower the next morning.
So the
You
shower
had
the
several
next
people
morning,
spending the night.
we had myself and my wife, of course, and my daughter lives across the street, was sleeping over here that night.
And your friend.
And we had a friend from out of town who was staying here. And Dan was here for a while, but then Dan left. And then the rest of us went to bed. In the morning, my daughter got up and left. My wife gets up, comes downstairs, and she found, thank you, Brendan. She finds that there's water running in the shower, so she thought it was my daughter taking a shower. But then it just kept running, so she goes and knocks on the door, opens the door, and finds the water is running full blast. And it's one of these type of showers where you have to take a lever and you move it all the way around,
Not on this one. Oh, yeah, okay.
right?
Yeah.
So it's a single pivot shower handle.
Seaweed Witch heard her
Thank
on
you, Jen.
one of the podcasts, June. and thought
Oh,
she was
okay.
great.
Yeah, you heard her when we did what is it?
You did a podcast and you pranked her.
Pranked her. That's what I was trying to get. Prank called her a couple of times.
Well, anyway, the shower was running full blast.
So-
Nobody was in there.
And nobody was
turned
in
it
there.
on.
But then another time, and this is somewhere in the winter, early this winter, right?
Yeah.
It's just my wife and I in the house. My mom is in Florida now, or at least she wasn't home that day. But I can't
She was in
remember.
Florida.
She was in Florida already, so it must be January. And somebody knocked at the bathroom door on the second floor. She was inside taking a shower. So she dried off after she finished, and
No, I said come in because I thought it was
oh,
you.
she said come in, nothing, no response, of course. But then when she did finish and then dry off and come outside, there was nothing around. And when she went downstairs and found me, she discovered I hadn't been upstairs since I went down that morning.
You had knocked on the door.
So it hadn't been me knocking on the door. So we've had several things right here in my little house. Not major things, but just little things to let you know there's something there. Yes, she did. So we thought it might have been June. And then Dan and I, that night, the night of the shower being found on,
Which would be the 6th.
we went into the basement and worked with a couple ghost hunting devices and did some recording, and I forget where the recording even is.
I have no clue.
But while we were doing that, we also had different kind of lights that would, go off when a ghost gets near, and they went off. If there's nothing going on, usually they don't do anything.
That
They just
may
sit
have been
there.
Colleen more than June. Colleen lived here.
That's about what we thought. So you put that together with the shower being on before. So it's pretty weird. But yeah, I liked it. And I had my father whisper in my ear. A couple weeks after he died, we got together to talk about his memorial
Don't
service.
forget he passed in this house.
And my dad did pass in my dining room. You killed the cockroach. Is it haunting you now? Bounce off.
No, it
yeah.
was crawling around when she was on this.
Ooh. Well, so I was sitting like basically just inside this door. There's a little landing on the inside with fake stone to wipe off your feet. And then we had a love seat right there. And I was sat on the left side of the love seat closest to the door. And right into my left ear, Rick. just letting me know he was there.
Oh, somebody said, I bet you get a bit of activity now you have our ashes with you. They're not the only ashes we have.
We have ashes for multiple
Sue,
family
and we
members.
still have some of your dad's left. I
Dad,
think.
Sue's, June's now, yes.
Something I always wanted.
I don't know why we don't have John's, Mom's, the other John.
Mom was interned the normal way.
Okay.
John was interned the normal way. My brother, we scattered his ashes many different places.
Okay.
Colleen was in the ground,
We did scatter my dad around,
but we still had some left.
but
Thank
we
you
have
very
some
much.
left over. And I put some of that in a metal container and
Finder
hid-
Beepers wants to know, can you talk about your experiences on Monday? I think it would be interesting.
Oh, sure. Finders,
DJ Infinity, bury
beepers.
them. I agree, bury them.
Have Matt ask me all about it. And ask him to ask me also about rosewood. Rosewood. Okay, Sue?
It's not rosebud, it's completely
Rosewood.
different.
Rosewood will really be the best topic. I could talk quite a while on rosewood. We did so much, so many hours, so many nights. Do you have a favorite musical instrument?
Me?
Yes.
No.
She likes the skin flute.
Not yours.
Why not?
No, we don't have Kobe Bryant's ashes.
How about a bonophone, huh? Never played a
No,
bonophone?
not yours.
How about the male organ? You ever played a male organ?
I've never seen one.
You're a liar. She says she's Italian by
I don't say that, you do. Italian by injection.
injection. Italian by injection.
Hey, long duck dongs in the house.
Long duck dog. Perfect timing. I'm talking about my trombone. My rusty trombone. Yes, Steve.
He wishes it took two hands.
I need some trombone fluid. Why it says KY on the bottle, I don't know.
You're getting too dirty.
I'm not getting too dirty. People are laughing, that's all. What is this? If I ever played a violin, yes, I play it really well. I have a very good ability to get different octaves.
Have you done bacterial tests on your rusty trombone?
Yes, they fail. They're more than 20 per the swab test. Trombone fluid, thank you. Destiny Glenn sent me some trombone fluid. Oh boy, thank you. Her little pose looks like she's so cute. I used to remember what to do with something like that. But Alzheimer's.
Maybe 35 years ago you did.
I mean, when I was 25,
Way before me, baby.
the saxophone. I'm looking at all the different suggestions. Vaseline, Pusillo. Oh my God. Jism trails everywhere. Saxophone. Saxomorphone. Then you can't do anything. If I had to choose, It might be violin, but guitar or piano. Chinese harp. Thank you, Neil. Neil's telling us about some international instruments.
Would you ever get tied up like Dan Bell did? When did Dan Bell get tied up? Why
Oh,
have I
God.
not heard of that?
Oh, yes. I know I wouldn't, but I did know about that story. Did Dan tell you about that during a quiet time? Is that true? Anybody? Podcast. That I must have forgot that he,
Or you
or
may not
I
have
might have
been
been there when he did
You
it.
guys were fighting for a while.
He did tell me about it. Maybe it was during the podcast. Yes, when he went to this place in New York State that was like a gay camp. Yes, after he was up there doing Buffalo with us. And he got scared to death in that room we had, the Airbnb.
I remember the gay camp.
He went to the gay camp. Well,
and
this
it was
one
a bunch
guy,
of naked people.
yeah, and this one guy was into, doing that fetish. And Dan said, well, I'll try it. I've never been tied up. And he tied him up, and oh my God. He told us the whole story because that was a little humiliating. Oh my God, that's true. Well, hey, Arnold Ziffel's in the house. What a nice guy. No, I never tried to. I did try to play the trumpet, basically. I played trumpet for a couple of years.
What are you
It was just
drinking
too much
tonight?
wind. I'm just drinking some bourbon with ice and a little bit of tap water, filtered through the refrigerator. Bondage freaks, yes. So Dan had never been into bondage, but he thought he would give it a try.
No,
And when
somebody
he-
said I thought it was Rick that tied him up.
It wasn't
No
me.
way!
No. I don't know who this guy was. He'd never met him before.
And he'll never see him again.
At McDonald's, the connection stinks. Well, the better connection is over at,
Tie him up next podcast.
you got to go to Dunkin' Donuts or go over to
Panera.
Panera Bread or a Starbucks.
What's for dinner tonight? I'm not cooking.
Don't we have pizza?
Yeah, pizza with them.
More pizza.
It's good damn pizza.
Oh, Sam tried Knob Creek. So, Sam, did you like Knob Creek?
Which part did he like, Knob or the creek?
It's a type of bourbon.
I know.
It was okay. Okay. Well, Sam, what's the best you've ever had? Dominatrix. Oh, that's funny. That's what I do for music and rather magic. I only drink ballet water. What is ballet water? You drink water, you practice ballet all day. You collect all the urine in a bottle, and then you filter it through a reverse osmosis filter, and then you chill it and drink it. Is that ballet water?
Oh. I think they said bottled water.
I had a dream I ate a lot of freezer chicken. Oh, I'm sorry, TJ. Thank you for your donation again. Oh, that's funny. Peach Paul Masson. Does it taste like peaches? I can't take all these strange, even the apple flavored.
I like plain shit.
I like my bourbon that tastes like bourbon.
Those are small
And
kids.
yeah, Dan is not here because he's tied up. No, he's sleeping. Probably. He's up all night. He sleeps during the day. So anybody on Patreon might have gotten a little taste. He said he was going to put it up. A peek of his new place at the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, near Fells Point side, with a real nice view. I was there last night, and then we did a podcast and recorded the podcast, and apparently that's out, but I'm not sure about the other little video. I'm drinking something called Early Times.
Cheap ass shit.
It's, yes, it's cheap ass shit, but it tastes okay. Sticky Chronic Bud says right on. Somebody says, Rick, you're my favorite. Please be my dad, okay? A Ford,
I think Jen would be jealous.
you're my son now.
Yeah, Jen would be jealous. Jen is like Bo. She can't handle other kids.
Do I mind being out so late? No, I'm okay. I don't go to bed till 8. When am I going to write a book?
Never. Are you retired?
I need somebody to do all the work and just ask me questions.
Are you retired? If so, from what? Are they new? Mary Adams.
I am retired from basically public health.
You're in your third year.
I'm in my third year of retirement. I still do a little dabbling in my old career, not much. I reached out to actually the state of Maryland government to offer them suggestions on how to do some things with respect to nursing care centers and monitoring for COVID-19. So I did do that. That felt good. I am a contractor. I work as an independent consultant to a couple nursing home companies. Spoke with a representative, the vice president of facilities today, and gave them some suggestions, and I didn't even bill them for it. Just as good faith, because they're taking it on the chin with all the costs for care right now. But they luckily have had no real bad outbreak or large numbers of deaths of their residents that they care for or the staff that work for
Any
them.
advice to first-time home buyers?
Phew. Find somebody who you
First-time
trust that really knows a lot about houses and have them go through the house with you
Especially electrical?
and have a long time to do it. Maybe an hour or more, at least. Being able to go up even on the roof. To look at electrical, plumbing, the major systems, look at the condition of pipes. See how they're starting to look in terms of aging, roof condition. The people who you can pay to do that suck. They just suck. You pay $300, $400, $500 for somebody to
For
do
home
this,
inspection.
and they don't know what they're even looking at. So that's what you need.
I think we had a good one. Jen and Brian had a
So Deb,
shitty one.
what's going on with Deb? And she's worked with people with ID, and she had something else to say.
They do a rush job. Yep.
Hey,
Johnny,
Who does a rush job? The repair
well,
people,
they
or
were talking about home inspectors.
oh, inspectors? Yeah.
Somebody ended up with, that was my experience, ended up with a place with foundation issues.
I mean, it doesn't matter if the house is brand new, 5 years, 50 years, 100 years. Well, Tom, I'm sorry, I've used certified home inspectors and they suck.
We
I
had a
guess
good
I
one.
just never
We had a
got
good
luck.
one.
No, what, for this house?
Yes,
All right, so, and I
but they
mean, but
did
that was 1996.
5.
All right, so in these ages now, hon, it's a long time ago.
Yes.
I can tell you my daughter had an inspection in 2010, paying for somebody that was highly regarded, certified inspector, even recommended by the real estate agent. I don't know whether a real estate agent referral is even a good idea. They may be sending a friend. I wouldn't take advice from them. No. I would have to look further and look for somebody with no influence, no money in the game. I mean, you can't just take a drone and fly it around the house and say you did a home inspection. You need to get up on the damn roof because you can feel by stepping on things if there's a problem. You can't do destructive inspection of a roof. You can get into the attic space sometimes and look underneath and see some things. You can get behind the wet walls and look for plumbing issues. You can see what the pipe looks like there. This is the kind of stuff you need to know. I probably could do a good job. I've never thought about it. I really have no interest in it. But that's what you need. And like I said, they charge an arm and a leg too. And are they checking for things that they should be checking for, beside just the regular stuff that should be covered by, if there's a problem, the seller is supposed to disclose this. But what about, is there radon contamination? Is there lead fittings or pipe installed in the home? Is there lead-based paint in place? Is there things beyond that, even asbestos in the house? You want to bring back asbestos, but you don't want to inhale it in your own house, do you?
Do you
Yes.
worry about bringing bugs home from those awful motels? I do.
Remember, most of the time we are going on a remote location, so we're staying at a place there. And then, usually they require you to throw the trash out anyway. So we would have an intermediary stop. And Derek, what happened to the bald eagles with DDT? Do you know that all the bald eagles in the United States, in the continental United States, were all replaced completely by a small area on the coast of Alaska, collecting eggs and moving eggs, and I guess trapping some birds. But that's how it happened. Yes. All of our bald eagles were killed by DDT except for up in Alaska.
Where is Dan Bell? Asleep. Dan Bell is
I would
asleep.
guess he's at his location in downtown Baltimore that he soon will be leaving. Thank you. To break in Dan's new apartment, read Paranormal Porn Episode 2, Part 1. Oh, yeah, right. You can at least knock at the door. The back of his building has a magnetic lock on a door that leads out of the garage level, I'm sorry. And it doesn't always hold the door.
Paranormal porn.
So
Oh, wow.
people are able to come into the garage and into the building through that doorway. And the owner has been made aware multiple times and they do nothing to correct the situation
Where it currently is?
where Dan currently is. I know personally I've come to there to do podcasts with him and was, parking and then noticed the back door was not shut or leaving to go home, coming out that door and noticing it was wide open. So I tried to tell one of the management people and they said, "Oh, tell Dan to put in a work order." And it's really a poor management company. And then apparently the condo that John still has, his ex-husband, it's managed by the same company now.
Do you want a refresh?
No, I'm still good. So did I miss, no, that was already picked up. All right. Well, thank you for those who contributed. I always appreciate that. It helps and is thanked and appreciated. As I promised, we'll be putting out a little video in a little while. And that will be a little travelogue for our time in West Virginia. I hope you enjoy. Oh, definitely. Do I look forward to the cocktail hours? Oh, yeah. We both do, actually. She doesn't like to be on camera, but she still enjoys being in the background and looking on her phone and being in the room and helping me with responding to you all. And the tech guy bought while in the abandoned hell house got some sort of odd activity. Oh, really? That's strange. Bounce off. Apparently thinks she has corrupted equipment that has been corrupted by the netherworld and the spirits or beings thereof. And I hope you guys have a great weekend. And I'm happy that I was able to not have to move. I was able to stay in one spot. Unlike the other time where I started outside for Memorial Day and had to bounce around. And I was able to stay outside the whole time. And of course, if you haven't done so, think about going to patreon.com and join in the fun of having access to a lot of material that is not going up on YouTube. It's going there to the Patreon subscribers. And the podcast, of course, is part of all of that, but it's not the only thing you get. And looks like we might have recorded our last podcast from Dan's old apartment. But I'm hopeful that means that we will have our first podcast in his new apartment with his studio overlooking the harbor not too much in the future. And maybe be able to share that with you. I can always do some live streaming while we're talking, and you get to watch it just happening. Unfortunately, there wouldn't be a lot of engagement, but you could at least have a peek behind the scenes of the process of doing some podcasting and the room setup. So I'm going to try to do that from Dan's place when he gets that together. So that would be fun. So we'll have a live from the studio of Dan Bell. Cool. Glad you like. I'll bring the same stand I have here. This is a microphone stand with a clip for a cell phone. And it's just perfect for holding it at a fixed position. But unfortunately, it is blocking this camera, so I might have to try to switch the sucker around. In fact, if you would be so indulgent, let me not drop it. Let me see something here for the next time. All right. Look at that, live and learn. Okay. So I have to reverse this, which means I can't charge it in the process. But this is good.
That's not yours.
I don't care. Can I have a taste?
Yes.
What is it?
What do I normally drink?
It's vodka, Sprite, cranberry juice. That's really good.
Yes, I agree.
I might have to do that for my next round. So
What are you doing?
I just thought I would do something.
Okay, be careful.
It's called walking.
Your hands in the way.
I'm actually walking, folks. I'm not levitating. So, this means that the therapy has been successful enough to take away a lot of the pain to the point that I can actually stand up and move,
I'm recording this.
and
I'm
No
recording
cane.
this. You're a bad patient.
I'm not a bad patient. The therapist has encouraged me to try to do more. So,
Oh, I think you have a great therapist, but you're a bad patient when it comes to me.
yes, I am. I'm bad at being sick. So I just thought that might be something that a lot of you would happy to take a peek at. And I thank you all who've been sending well wishes and prayers and love to me to help me to get back on top of things.
Can they hear me when I yell?
Yes.
Okay.
So, and I'm looking forward to that. So one last time, I want to remind you all, thanking Sue for that comment about being happy for me and sending the good vibes.
You can
That-
come up. Come on.
I'll be doing something brand new on Monday. I can't wait.
What are you doing? Oh, the
That'll be a
with me.
podcast on another show, but also a Patreon-based operation. My brother's on Patreon,
Your brother?
Finders Beepers. So I'm looking forward to the experience, and I hope I do well.
When are you and Dan going on a road trip in your camper? It's already done.
The one thing that Dan and I are going to try to do, and I'm hoping I can get myself up to the point to be able to do that, is Fort Mifflin, which would lead to a video by Dan. So,
Where's explain where Fort Mifflin is?
Fort Mifflin is a fort that protected Philadelphia, and it goes back to the Revolutionary War. And it was active in the defense of Philadelphia when the British came back, the War of 1812. God bless.
Thank you.
And I think it served a few other purposes, but it was shut down long ago. I don't know the complete history.
It's not COVID.
It's not COVID. She sneezes like this. Everybody's saying, bless you, bless you. There may be more coming. Usually there are. And it's a great experience. God bless your wife.
I need it. More coming.
Jenny,
Hey!
I'm so glad you caught us too. But you really like the
Look at your
podcast,
face.
and that's tremendous. We love doing those. And the sound is really good on here. Dan would be happy, yes. This iPhone 11 is so good, you guys are holding your ears as my wife sneezes.
Yes. Oh, it's horrible.
Mary Adams, take care. To look forward to future videos. Bless you, Dolline. Thank you very much, Mary. So look on the channel, Rick Sarah, on YouTube. If somehow you're with a friend, subscribe yourself. Click the bell. And then when you're on your own, not with your friend, you can come back and join us still. I'm rubbing my legs because it hurts. But at least I feel my legs. They're not numb. Ugh. It does hurt. Arnold just got home because of the terrible buffering McDonald's transmission. I'm so sorry for you.
Dolly must truly love him to kiss Rick after the soup.
And necrotic buds. Thank you, DJ.
I'm glad Arnold made it back on.
I'm looking forward to it, and you know, I keep asking Dan, when are we reading the Alien Part 2? When are we reading? So I'm gonna get on it, keep on it. It might be move so you don't freeze up. Well, hugs to all of you guys. I hope you can have some fun this weekend. I hope it's not just a washout. And get some fresh air. Take some time to just relax and meditate, even if it is only an hour.
Beautiful shirt, by the way.
And thank you for the compliment on the shirt. It was a gift from my little brother, and it is very pretty. That's why I wore it, so that I would look nice on camera. La, 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 la. Well, I'm glad it worked. Okay, people. Let's say goodnight. Until the next time.
Oh, Arnold, his wife turns 50 tomorrow.
Happy birthday to Mrs. Ziffel and many more. Have a little cake, do a little dance, and make love tonight. Make love tonight. Bye-bye, everybody. I'll probably be back Monday, but keep an eye. I'll give you a promo. Goodbye.